If you want to support Slope's Game Room, then please click the links that you see in the top comments. Hey there guys, and welcome to KickScammer News.
I wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
Yes, I'm DJ Slope, and this is KickScammer News for the month of June 2019. A new sort of spin-off show from me where I look at everything that's happened in the previous month on places like Kickstarter, IndieGoGo and GoFundMe. Yes, like I said, this is a new idea from me. I don't normally talk about current events. I like to wait till everything's finished. And this is my way of doing just that. Talking about all of the new things that are happening on Kickstarter, IndieGoGo and GoFundMe. But only for the last month. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Starting off our journey, we actually have to go back to August of 2014. Jasmine Tridevil released a skimpy video of herself showing off her third breast. As you can imagine, the video did pretty well, however, it was fake. Obviously it was fake, and Jasmine Tridevil pretty much became the definition of a one-hit wonder. But you know, on YouTube. Well, several years have passed, and on the 2nd of June last month, she went over to GoFundMe to ask you guys to help pay for her third breast.
Any support from you guys would be immensely appreciated, because this is my last resort. I have no other options at this point.
Do I need to add anything else to this? It's been up for just over a month, and even though it is trending, she's still got the best part of $69,000 to go. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen. I mean, if you remember that vaginal beer thing I spoke about a year or so ago, someone actually came in after that and just front up the entire amount of money, and the same thing could happen here. But looking at it right now, if I was a betting man, I'm thinking no go. If you ask me, why aren't you just watching Total Recall? Back on June the 3rd of 2019, it seems that the world really wanted a new R-Type game. Yes, a new R-Type game did hit Kickstarter, and the project was asking for 45 million yen, which is approximately about $416,000. Well, it absolutely obliterated it, and it gained over 98 million yen from just over 8,000 backers. Now, the crazy thing about all of this was the fact that the game is actually being worked on by Japanese gaming company Grandzilla Games. And easily the most crazy of all is the fact that the campaign was only going on for 7 days, which caused quite a bit of speculation. But nobody knows exactly why they went for 7 days. But they did, and they completely smashed it. Perhaps it was to gain interest quickly, perhaps it was something to do with the right holders giving a deadline. Regardless, like I said, it did hit its goal, and everyone just seems to be happy with this one. I've got no real reason to believe that it is a scam or there's any kind of wrongdoings going on here. It's just a bit strange that they only went for 7 days, because if they did go for 30 days, it's guaranteed that this probably would have been one of the most successful gaming projects on Kickstarter. Back on June the 10th, the hugely popular Shenmue 3 Kickstarter received some bad news. And that was the fact that it was going to be changing its PC release from Steam to an Epic Games Store exclusive, and no refunds were going to be given whatsoever. As you would expect, the comment section wasn't best pleased. This obviously led to another update saying that the team at Wisenet was looking into it, and yet a further update saying that refunds will be given if the following does not meet your requirements: an Epic Games Store version for 1 whole year, and a Steam key after that once the campaign is over. As far as we know, this is the final update, and the process required to actually get your own refund has yet to be posted. Hopefully we'll have more news on Shenmue 3 and its refund policy next time. On June the 12th, the awesome little machine called the Tiny Pi Pro hit a few problems. This machine was funded all the way back in December of 2018, and in a recent update post called On Your Marks, Get Set, WTF, it turns out that their items have actually started showing up on eBay. After becoming aware of this and looking at the unique number on the box, it became apparent that the item, plus many more, were actually seized by Royal Mail for including a battery. Now, for you people out there that don't live in the UK, I'm not sure how it works at your part of the world, but when you try and post something, any kind of package in the UK with Royal Mail, they'll always say to you, does it include a battery, aerosol, that sort of thing? It's the reason I wasn't able to send out my Slopes Game Room beers. And yes, you have to tell them what's in the package. And yeah, if it's got a battery, Royal Mail can seize it and destroy it. They said they did destroy this, but turns out that they only destroyed the battery and they were selling the rest off on Royal Mail, or at least somebody at Royal Mail was doing so. The investigation into these stolen handhelds continues. June 16th was quite an exciting time for MMORPG fans because this trailer dropped. Probably the biggest and most ambitious video game ever, an MMORPG, which, you know, let's face it, practically never works out on Kickstarter, but this one you get to do pretty much anything, and I do mean anything. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking Grand Theft Auto or anything, you know, have sex with a prostitute and then run her over, nothing like that. I'm talking get a job, buy a house, run for mayor, go shopping. The owner of the shop needs to make sure that the shop is full, go camping, go hunting. Literally anything you want to do, you can do in this game. In other words, get all of the most impressive MMORPG and GTA type games, put them all together, and you have this raw. Something tells me it's not going to be as good as the trailer makes out. Because so far it's proven that the majority of the assets found in the game are actually bought off the shelf. The trailer, although impressive, is 100% not accurate to what the gameplay is going to be like, and it's very, very cinematic, which in all fairness does take quite a lot of skill, but seriously everything else is just raising alarm bells. You see, this greatest game ever is Killer Whale Games' first ever game. Again, the assets are mostly purchased off the shelf, some of which they do not even have the rights to use. Certain scenes in the game are 100% taken from other asset trailers. The company is not a registered German company, which is where they are from, even though certain members of the team are actually from Russia. It's all just very, very odd, guys. And I tell you now, this game will not come out looking like the trailer shows you. If you are a backer of Raw, I highly suggest you remove your backing. Unless you're like me and you're just backing to see what happens so you can make a Kickscammer video one day. Back on June the 18th, the spiritual successor Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was finally released. Few campaigns managed to get this right, but guys, this one did. Sure, we got delays and there are definite complaints regarding the Switch port, which is actually the one that I backed. And even though there are apparently problems with this Switch release, I haven't found any. The company has said that updates are currently being worked on to get the Switch port to play as well as possible, and going by the crazy amount of fan service that has not only gone on into this game, but also in the updates over on Kickstarter, I have every belief that they're going to do their best to make this game as good as it can possibly be. Personally, I'm happy with how it turned out on the Switch. It's obviously not going to be as good as the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One or PC versions, but like I said, I haven't actually come into any problems myself. Regardless, they're apparently going to make it better anyway. So yeah, like probably for the first time on Kickstarter, this is a perfect example on how to do a Kickstarter right. On June the 20th, Mr. Belvedere here made a Kickstarter called A Battle Royale Game Better Than All Current Ones. So far it's got $1 out of $1 million. Oh yeah, it's also for the PlayStation 5. Here it is, probably the biggest Kickscammer story of the last month. This guy, on June 23rd, the Australian rugby player Israel Folau went over to GoFundMe after being sacked from his job, and he wants you to pay for the legal fees. Now, hearing the highest paid rugby player in Australia and wanting you to pay his legal fees is probably enough for a Kickscammer episode on its own, until you find out why he was sacked in the first place. In case you don't know, Israel Folau is a bit of a hardcore Christian, so hardcore in fact that he believes if you're gay, you're going to hell. Now obviously, I've got to say this stuff, it's so annoying. they're not my beliefs. They're obviously not the beliefs of the vast majority of Christians out there, but they were definitely, and they are definitely, Israel's beliefs. He occasionally popped up on social media to express his beliefs, but this was the last straw, and like I said, he ended up losing his job. So yeah, the campaign went live asking for money for you guys to help fight his legal battles regarding his sacking from Australian rugby, and the internet went crazy. Hardcore fans agreed, and he gained quite a decent amount of money. Sadly for Israel, however, the campaign was taken down, with GoFundMe giving the following statement. As a company, we are absolutely committed to the fight for equality for LGBTIQ plus people and fostering an environment of inclusivity. Whilst we welcome GoFundMe's engaging in diverse civil debate, we do not tolerate the promotion of discrimination or exclusion. Our platform exists to help people help others. Who knows what's going to happen next, but you can be damn sure if I'm going to continue doing these Kickscammer news episodes that this isn't the end of it all, and you will hear updates shortly. On June 24th, retro video games answer to Netflix finally started to roll out, and I was one of the lucky ones that got to try it out. So far, the response has mostly been great. Like I said, I tried it myself, and so far I've had minimal issues with it. Time will tell if it can handle the wrath of thousands upon thousands of users when it officially launches in July 1st. And yes, you will be hearing more of an update from me in the coming months too. On June 27th, a brand new RPG was announced called Omega, and it was using a few stolen assets. The stolen assets were actually from a game called The Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel 4, and the campaign is honestly a 100% pipe dream, especially when looking at the amount needed being only $10,000 for what he calls a AAA experience. There's only 100 available. So hang on, $20 times 100 is $2,000. He's asking for $10,000. I don't think he's going to hit his target. And finally, the creator of Earthworm Jim, the very talented Doug TenNapel, has gone over to IndieGoGo for his 19th graphic novel. But this one finally is all about Earthworm Jim. There's only a couple of days left on this. I am a big fan of Doug. Like I say, he created one of my all-time favorite games and characters in a video game. And you can be damn sure that I will be backing the Earthworm Jim graphic novel. If you guys want to back it, I highly suggest you do, because this guy has done multiple campaigns in the past and they've all been successful. So Earthworm Jim fans, unite! And there it is, guys. Kickscammer news for the month of June 2019. Like I said, it's a little bit of a spin-off thing for me. I'm still trying to work out the kinks. But I do quite like talking about up-to-date current news in Kickstarter, Indiegogo and GoFundMe. And if you guys like it and want to see more, let me know below. A massive shout out to all of the people over in my Kickscammer army over on Discord. A good amount of these suggestions were taken on that Kickscammer community. And if you want to join 100% for free, you don't have to be a patron or anything like that. There'll be a link to the Discord down below. But anyway, guys, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Hey there, guys, thanks for checking out the video. So yes, this is, like I said, a very brand new idea for me. I've wanted to do it for quite some time actually, and I do have a proper studio set up in the works, but we've had to hold it back due to a leak, but you know, that's neither here or there. Yes, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? How do you think I can improve this? I really want to get your guys' suggestion. The best place to do it is, like I said, over in my Discord, in the Kickscammer room, or in the feedback and suggestion part of the of my Discord. Yeah, I really want to get your guys' feedback, and obviously thank you to the people over in Discord who gave a couple of these suggestions. I think in the coming months these are going to really fill up with a lot more. Yeah, please do give me your feedback on this new type of show, and don't worry, the normal Kickscammer and complete histories and whatever else are still coming as usual. But anyway, guys, let's get over to those Patreons with a big, extra big shout out going to Gary Pinkins, That Retro Video Gamer, Mantis, Ryan Burford, Andrew Dalton, Ben Jackson, Jonathan Haywood, Christopher Turnbull, Phil Lowlins, Tomek Grabowski, Retro to Next Gen, Hawk 89, Dino Robertson Dunn, Lefty, Intrigued Gaming, Abby Morris, Tim Labonte, Asobi Quang DX, Tim Lunn, Hernandez, Pixels.Limited, aka Samuel Victor, Red the Beard, Conrad Constantine, Pretendo 64, Creamy Elephant, Casey Garner, Blitz Hedgie, Kinglink Reviews, Gemma Mr. T's Shirts, Wobbles and Bean, The Wonder Ducks, Yelled Hamburglar, Bew Wright, Dan Petit, Primetime Penny Sleeve, Mike H. Fell, Lucas Softail, Gregory Arden, Ronnie Method, SSWB, Solix Captor, Jeremy Rodriguez, Nick Pollard, Bram Perez, Marcus Kingmo Cut Tyndall, June, The Geeky Dad, Richard Carter, aka Fantastic Dizzy, Todd Paul Float G, and Petty Mew, and of course, let's not forget these guys, Jim, Nap, and Distracted Freak. I think that's the fastest I've ever done that. So yes, guys, like I said, new idea for me. I really do hope you like the new concept and everything else. And if you do want to support the show by buying any of the games that you see on the screen, there'll be an affiliate link below for that too. But anyway, guys, I think that's enough plug-in from me. So this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.